It's okay.
Maybe Andrea, while we get warmed up, it would be awesome to ask all of the authors like what city they're from, just like our little round table. Is that cool?
Okay.
Okay, so Andrea, where are you? What city are you coming from?
I'm from Uruguay, but I'm in New Orleans, Louisiana. We're having a nice rainy day today. Typical New Orleans, rain and humid.
Susanna, what city are you from?
I'm Colombian, but I'm in Miami, Florida, which is the capital of Latin America. And yes, here, I mean, it's never, we had 2 days of cold weather, cold being 60 degrees, 50 degrees, and now everything is back to normal.
Alexis, where are you from?
I'm also from Cali, Colombia, and I am in New York, where it is also humid and raining.
Oh, wow.
But it's a very nice, like 55 degrees in the middle of December, so I'm not complaining.
That's pretty nice.
Christine, what part of the country are you coming from?
Oh, because I know there's 2 Christinas, but I'm Christine. So anyways,
Christina, sorry.
It's
sorry.
No, it's good. Well, my family's from Honduras, and I'm actually from New York, Bronx, New York. And like Alexis said, it's kind of like gloomy here today.
Oh, okay, nice. Lulu, what part of the country are you broadcasting from?
I'm in California and Los Angeles.
Awesome. We're neighbors then.
Yes.
Maritere?
I'm in California too, Hermosa Beach. I'm
nice.
two blocks from the ocean. So it's a beautiful day here. It's a little cool this morning, don't you think?
Yes, it is. And I wanted to go to the beach, but it's also gloomy over here in Carlsbad, which is near San Diego, California. Mariana? Mariana, what part is Mariana on or no? Mariana, I don't think she's on. Okay, we'll go to the next one. Elvira, what part of the country are you broadcasting from?
Oh, Memphis, Tennessee. Hi.
Memphis.
Yes.
Awesome. Christina Sicar.
Yeah, hola, buenos dias. I'm coming from Akron, Ohio, where LeBron James is from. Yeah, fun fact. So Ohio weather is gloomy. So it's rainy today, clouds, not a beach in sight. I'll get there.
Teresa Morales, where are you broadcasting from?
Hi, I'm from Phoenix, Arizona. So our weather's down in like the 50s and now it's going back up a little. So
I love how we're all coming from different parts of the country and we're all in one place together this morning. Andrea, I think if you want to start, I think it's 10:06 and I think, we have a lot of participants today. So if you want to go ahead and kick it off.
Okay, wonderful. So, bienvenidos a todos. Hola, welcome everybody. So you heard, we're coming from different places and we're very glad to be here today. Thank you for sharing this event with us. If you want to type in the chat where you're from or say hi, go ahead. So let me get started. Before I want to cover a few technical things and requests. First of all, let me tell you all that this event is being recorded. We are recording it and we're going to be sharing the link later with you. Please mute your microphones and your cameras. Make sure your microphones and your cameras are off. You should only be seeing the presenting authors. And do not post any personal information in the chat. I'm going to ask you please to refrain from that. You can post questions and comments, but I'm going to be posting a link where you can access all of our websites and discounts that we're offering today. I'm going to post it several times during the event. And then after the event, I'm going to send you an email with the link. Okay, so you can access all of these discounts. What else? Yeah, ask any questions. And we're going to proceed as follows. We're going to have 2-minute slots per author, where we're going to talk about ourselves, our mission, our stories behind the books, talking about our books. And then I'm going to be showing a 30-second wrap-up sign, just to make sure we keep track of time. We are expecting the event to last maximum an hour, probably less. So I hope you're enjoying at home with a coffee or chocolate or whatever you want to have in your hand, and sit back and relax and enjoy. And yeah, post questions or comments in the chat. All right. So today we have 11 authors presenting, representing different Spanish-speaking countries and the United States, of course. And as you heard, we are in different states all over the country. We're going to be talking about our books, and we are going to be sharing special discounts with you, just for you for being here today, supporting us. We're very, very grateful. All our books are signed. So that's a pretty nice treat or Christmas gift to have a book signed and dedicated by the author. And these discounts, please be mindful that the discounts expired tomorrow, Sunday, 11:59 p.m. your local time. So make sure that you take advantage of these awesome deals. They are really, really awesome deals. We're all passionate about what we do. Most of us are independent authors. So that means that all the promotion, marketing, book producing, everything is our muscle. So we appreciate your support. So please share the event link or share our link with our websites and discounts with your teachers or friends and families, your local schools, local libraries or bookstores. We be glad to talk to them. And, you know, we also offer school visits. So reach out to us and ask if you have any questions. All right. So before we move on, I'm going to introduce you to my co-host. She's an award-winning journalist and a children's book author, Naiva Reynoso. Buenos días.
Hola, buenos días. Gracias por estar aquí. Thank you so much for being here. And hopefully you'll buy a lot of books and support Latina authors. Books, to me, in my opinion, are the best gifts because it's a present that you can open forever, over and over again. And it's something educational, and you're supporting other Latina businesses and authors.
Okay, Naiva, do you want to talk about your book? You have 2 minutes
Sure.
now, and I'm going to show you, remember, the 30-second wrap-up. So
okay. Thank you. So my name is Naiva Reynoso. I am a journalist. I've been a journalist for over 25 years. I'm still a journalist. I'm still a practicing journalist, and I've been actually covering a lot about COVID and all of the things that are happening. But my side hustle, which is becoming my full-time job now, is writing and publishing books. So my latest book, How to Fold a Taco, Cómo Doblar un Taco, is my latest book that just came out last month. It's a bilingual book that uses fantastical elements. It's just fun and whimsical. And it teaches kids how to fold a taco. But obviously, the most important part is I invite them to use their imagination because, for example, you would not really ask wrestlers to fold tacos, right? But in my book, I say, hey, wrestlers can fold a taco while in mid-fight if they twist and they pull with all of their might. Or maybe you want to hire a magician to help you fold a taco using power of mind, or a helicopter. So this, like I said, is just a fun, whimsical book. Usually my books are biographies. My first 2 books are biographies of Latinos and Latinas that have made US history. But I know that you know, using your imagination and your whimsy is so important for children and for their imagination. So I wanted to also create a book that was fun, but that infused my Mexican American culture. And as you guys know, tacos are a big, big thing in the United States, especially on the West Coast, on the East Coast, and in the Southern states like Texas. So I really wanted to honor the taco, which is part of my Mexican culture. So after, you know, using your imagination to see how you can fold a taco, I emphasize the most important part is sharing them with those you most love. So there is also a little message there. And I have a bonus taco de papa recipe. Raise your hand if you knew that tacos de papa were a thing. A lot of people don't even know that. But if you're vegetarian, it's a good option. And I also include a brief history of the taco. And this is the book that I'm promoting today, although you can find the discount that I'm offering applies to any of the books, but this is the one that just released. So I'm getting the 30-second wrap up. Thank you so much. And how to fold a taco, como doblar un taco. You never knew that dragons and helicopters and magicians could be part of the fun. So with that, I am wrapping up. If you want to buy the book and if you want to take advantage of the discount specifically for this fair that we're using, go to the chat. There's a link there. Yeah. And without further ado, Andrea, I think I'm going to interview you. I think you should probably go last. So we could start with Susanna,
okay,
if that's okay with you. No so we're going to start with Susanna Ijera Martinez, who has her beautiful book, Lala the Lizard. You have the floor for 2 minutes.
Thank you so much. Gracias. Gracias a todas. Buenas tardes. Good morning. Buenos días. Whatever time you guys are. I'm in Miami, but I'm from the beautiful Cali, Colombia. So Viva Colombia. I was also, I grew up in Ecuador. I don't know if we have any participants here from Ecuador, but that's another beautiful country. And what I love about this background that I have is that I embrace the culture. I love the language, and that's why I decided to jump in this journey of writing children's book. I actually write other genres as well. I have a poetry book that I released in 2018. I have a very, very recent release of a short stories book called Lo que escribo en la arena, What I Write in the Sand, which has stories and micro stories. But I'm here today to present you this book, which is called Lala, a different kind of lizard, una lagartija diferente. Este libro, this one, the second place in the International Latino Books Awards for the category of most inspirational children's book. What happens with Lala, what makes her different, what makes her special is that she looks like any other lizard, but her best friend is a spider. And as you all know, lizards eat bugs, eat insects, but Lala can't even touch them. She's a vegetarian lizard. And because of this, she is different, and she believes that her family and her friends are not gonna accept her because she's not like them. So she decides to run away. She takes Ari, the spider, La Arañita Ari, with her. And in this venture, they find another big lizard, and then find through a magical adventure and story that being different is a good thing, that it's okay to be different, because if everybody was the same, this world would be really, really boring. This is the lizard that they meet, who teaches them as well that we shouldn't judge other creatures or other humans or anybody for their way they appear, but because we have to give them a chance. We have to be more tolerant. We have to be respectful of everybody's opinion and everybody's way of being. And that's something that we need to teach our children and also learn ourselves. And the time police is already.
Thank you so much.
Today, Lala paperback and book and hardcover are discounted, and you should find the link in the chat. And of course, as Andrea said, every book is going to be signed, and it's a beautiful present. And thank you for your support.
Thank you so much, Susanna. And for those participants and attendees that just logged on right now, I see that we have some new attendees. This is a rapid fire 2 minutes per author. They're going to talk about their book. They're going to talk about their passion, their motivation, what their book is about, and whatever else they want to share with us. So that's what's happening right now. We're going through every single author, and our next amazing author is Alexis Rouginis with her fabulous book, Pensamientos.
Hi, everybody. So my name is Alexis, and I'm here on behalf of Veoleo. We started in 2018, and we have 2 books published, which are these 2, Donde está el coquí and Pensamientos. We have 2 more in production, and we started because we thought that we wanted to see more commitment to celebrating the diversity in all of Latin America and the Caribbean, not only just kind of like the more well-known parts in the US. And so Donde está el coquí is about a little frog that travels all over Latin America to meet native animals, like the pink dolphins of the Amazon River, and it's great for 0 to 3. And then we have Pensamientos, which is our new release and the one that we want to talk a little bit more about today, because it is about a play on words between pansies and thoughts and the power of your emotions. So it teaches emotional resilience, and it's been quite useful during the pandemic to start talking to kids about how they feel, why they feel, and why all feelings are great and how to normalize them. So we have these two, and then two more in production, one called Tin Marin Recreo, which is going to be about emotions for smaller kids, and El Carnaval Más Lento del Mundo, which is about sloths going on parade for a full week. And that one will teach the days of the week. So, and that one is in the Andes. So celebrating more and more and showcasing the diversity of the region. And that's about it. We have 20% off this week for the next 48 hours. And if purchases are over 30, then they qualify for free shipping. That's it.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Alexis. And for those that have just logged on, attendees, this session is going to be recorded, and Andrea is going to email all of us the link to this recording in case you missed our first authors, or in case you want to rewind and listen to those authors that you missed because you just logged on right now. So just wanted to let you guys know about that. So without further ado, our next fabulous author is Christina Osoria with her book Rosalia, the Honduran American, y Rosalia, la Hondureña.
Hola, everyone. So I'm Christine, mom of three, motivational speaker, empowerment business coach, and I recently launched this year Rosalia, the Honduran American, and it's a children's book between the ages of like 0 and 10. And one of the reasons why I dived into writing is because I realized that growing up, there was never a book about being Honduran, and there was never a book about being Central American. And growing up in the Bronx, so many times I was asked, why, where I'm from, or I was confused of, what other nationalities I was part of. And I dived into running. Sorry for the background noise. I am in New York, if you hear it. So it is kind of loud. But I started loving like this journey of writing. So on side of being a mom and a coach, I enjoyed this beauty of writing and being able to share stories that I felt that, it was impossible to do, right? And also seeing a book that kind of relates to me and kind of looks like me. So I dived into that, and I'm in the process of also writing my first novel, but also writing more Rosalia stories, because I really think that we need to, like so many of the authors says, embrace our culture, embrace reading, and embrace who we are. And Rosalia, the Honduran American, does focus a lot on embracing your culture and loving who you are. So with that said, I think that's it for now. And yeah. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, Christine. And remember, take advantage of all the discounts that all the authors are offering only for attendees of this event. And you can find all of our discounts and websites in the chat. They're all in one document. So Andrea made it super easy for us to start shopping for our loved ones, and especially for our little ones. So our next fabulous author is, drum roll please, Lulu Steel with Esperanza and Friends.
Hi, good morning, ladies. Good morning, Naiva. Thank you. Good morning, everyone. But thank you for being here. I'm excited to be here myself. My name is Lulu Steel. I am a first-time author, self-published, and I am also a first grade teacher and a keynote for Elizabeth. I am going to introduce you to my book. My book is Esperanza and Friends, Loving Yourself. My book is based on a character that is having a hard time in loving herself. So she is going to school and feeling like she doesn't belong because of the color of her skin, which is this mustard yellow, because of the bow that she loves to wear, the blue hair. And so she goes into school, and she decides to start changing the way that she looks in order to fit in, right? With social media and all these things. And she discovers that she's not happy because of the way that she's trying to change her look. So my book is based on a character that is having trouble with self-love until she finds the Be Yourself Club at school. Once she finds the Be Yourself Club at school, she learns strategies on how to deal with not loving herself. So she teaches the reader how to journal, how to use art how to use art to express your feelings. She also used coloring So there's journaling, there's coloring, there's art pages for the kids to be able to express themselves through art. So it's all about Esperanza teaching the children how they can express their feelings in different ways. And I'm really excited about my book. Esperanza is written after one of my nieces. And yeah, and I love it. So she has her red bow, which I have too. And you know, at the end, she gives the children tips on how they can do, what they can do to, you know, to accept their feelings, to normalize their feelings. And I love it. So my book right now, Andrea will put the link, and I have also a shipping till tomorrow. So thank you for the opportunity of being here. Thank you, ladies.
Thank you, Lulu. So our next author, I don't think she's here, Mariana Llanos, but if you are, Mariana, please let us know. I don't see your name on our list. So I'm going to move on to Elvira Ormseth with Tibu, the Little Bull Shark. Talk to us about your book.
Yes, hello, good afternoon, good morning in the West Coast. My name is Elvira Ormseth, and I grew up in Nicaragua and in New Orleans, Louisiana, and I'm presently living in Memphis, Tennessee. I am an early childhood Spanish teacher and now an author for children's book. I would like to talk about my book. It was just recently published, and the book name is Tibu, the Little Bull Shark. Tibu, the Little Bull Shark, swims in Lake Nicaragua, and he's mean to other fish, and he has no friends. So he swims into San Juan River, down the Caribbean Sea, into the big ocean. And there Tibu learn how to treat others the way that how he wants to be treated. So the book is about Tibu treating others with kindness. As you know, today we're having offering a discount, and I'm happy to say my book is $18.95, so sell for $17. And as we all are mentioning, Andrea, we put all the website. I want to thank you all for joining us and for supporting us and for your interest. So I will greatly appreciate it if you purchase the book. Thank you so much.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Elvira. And it's amazing that so many books talk about animals. It's so important to teach children to love animals because they're part of nature, right? And it's going to really help them emotionally. And I appreciate all of your fabulous books about animals. So our next author is Christina Sicar with Savannah the Sloth.
Hola, hola, good morning. I am Christina. I just want to take a moment to really say how honored I am to be here, and that I appreciate that all of you are taking your time on Saturday to be here with us. My first book was about a llama, una llama, named Harmony, and my family, they're all from Dominican Republic. So I was born in Cleveland, Ohio, LeBron James, and now I live in Akron, which is where he is from. And so they always joke that I vacation where they live, and they are right about that. So my first book is about a llama questioning why in the world he got stuck in Ohio. And then we have Savannah the Sloth, Savannah el Perezoso. And fun fact about sloths, they sleep 14 hours a day. So I think a lot of people, they assume that sloths are lazy. They're cute, maybe they're lazy. But I viewed my life, sometimes I thought my anxiety that I grew up with and I still battle with was sometimes perceived as laziness. So Savannah in this story, he's worried about heights, he's worried about water, he's worried about everything. And so that highlights my life. I worry about so many things. And so like Harmony, Savannah also highlights the importance of mental health. And he's so lucky that he meets a character in this book called Lula. Both Harmony and Savannah are from Peru. Hopefully one day I will get to visit. So here's Lula. She is not afraid of anything. So we know some people in our lives that are just so brave, very courageous people. And he's lucky enough that he gets to meet Lula, and she helps with these worries. So it's the idea that here she is helping Savanita. So it's wonderful that they get to meet in this story. And I'm so lucky that my mom, Sara, she illustrated this book. So all these beautiful illustrations that you see here, here's Lula sprinting. my mom was the illustrator. And so it's really special that I got to do this project with her. Again, this highlights my life, but also highlighting people that are dealing with mental battles, especially ones that are not talked about. And in this case, it's anxiety. And so it's something that I want children and adults alike to feel that they can talk about it. So I hope that you purchase this book. It's a beautiful story. Illustrations are gorgeous, and it makes for a great Christmas gift. So thank you so much for being here today. And I hope you enjoy this story made with a lot of love.
Christina, thank you so much for being vulnerable and talking about mental health. That is so important to talk about. And that just goes to show that all of our books offer a different view and a different perspective and a different niche. And that's why books are so valuable. And that's why you have to have, and you should have, your child's library should have a variety of books, not just one or two, but a variety, because they all touch upon different subjects. So thank you so much for addressing that. Super important. And now we're going to talk about music, because Teresa Morales is our next author. Her book, Papito and the Squeeze Box, I believe, is about music. Am I right?
You are correct. And I just want to say thank you too for this wonderful opportunity. I couldn't agree more about having a variety of books of culture in your children's library. I am a mom of 2 boys, soon to be 3. I'm a teacher, also been a teacher for the last 8 years, teaching 2nd grade. So I really have never seen, even growing up and in the classroom, books about my culture, or even, you know, our culture's music. So Papito and the Squeeze Box, I really wanted to dedicate this to my boys also, and just showcase all the great things about Tejano music. Tejano music is, you know, really heard and recognized more, you know, in Texas, California, Arizona, and you don't see it or unless you live it. And I have grown up with it. I've had musicians in my life, and seeing my boys, they're young, embrace it, and is so amazing. So Papito and the Squeeze Box is really showcasing all the great things about our Hispanic culture, and really the smell of chorizo in the morning, your mom cooking, and then you clean on Saturday morning and listening to music. And so this Papito, he is on the search for self-discovery, trying to find, you know, the best instrument for him to play. And along that road, he gets to, you know, try all the different instruments and learn, you know, not to give up from his dad and his family, and having really that tradition of culture and our Hispanic heritage, and just really that love and light and magic that all comes with Hispanic culture, and then especially Tejano music, I felt was really important to embrace. So like everyone said, the link will be available in the chat box for discounts, and I hope you enjoy and gift the gift of Tejano magic and music and culture to your family this holiday season.
Thank you so much, Teresa. Like I mentioned, this is being recorded. We're going to have a link so you can scroll through and listen again to all of the different descriptions from our wonderful authors. And last but not least, we're going to hear about Andrea Latungi's book. She is the co-creator of this book festival. So adelante.
Yeah, Naiva, I'm sorry, but I think we're missing Maritere. Is Maritere?
Oh, you're right. I'm sorry.
I come later.
Okay, Maritere.
Sorry,
what if we give you 30 extra seconds?
Oh,
Yeah.
that's okay.
Sorry about that.
Sorry.
That's okay. I was getting ready to text you saying, you forgot about me, but that's all right.
Sorry.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us this morning. It's great to be here. I've been in the bilingual space and multicultural space for over 25 years. I am so grateful that you are all the authors and all the parents that are supporting authors. We didn't have any books when my children were growing up. So I love that we have so many this, and like Naiva say, everyone should have all the books of all the authors out there, Latina authors, bilingual books, Spanish books, because it's so important and it enriches the children's lives. My first two books are for parents. Raising Bilingual Children is an ebook in Spanish and English. Arroz con pollo and apple pie is also Raising Bicultural Children, is also in English and in Spanish. My third book is brought me into the bilingual children's world with Luisito's Island, La Isla de Luisito. And you can find all that information in my website that Andrea is going to share. But I'm here to talk to you about my latest book. I have a secret. Yo tengo un secreto, and it is a Puerto Rican boy. I was born and raised in Puerto Rico, so both my boy characters are Puerto Rican because my son didn't have any of that when he was growing up, and he wanted to be able to see himself 50% Puerto Rican and 50% Greek and 100% American. Anyway, so Luisito has a secret. And his secret is that he speaks fluent Spanish, but he doesn't want his friends to know because he doesn't want to feel different. So Luisito is going to learn, a lesson about being, feeling pride for being fluent in both languages. He meets little Gabi. Gabi knows his secret, and there's a little story and a little message there. So. Anyway, that's it. After this, there's going to be two others. It's part of Junito's Adventures. And I hope you enjoyed the story. And I hope that you get all our books and you have a happy holiday, Merry Christmas, and all that. Thank you for joining us this morning.
Okay, thank you so much, Maritere. And again, Andrea, another introduction for you, Andrea Latungi.
I'm being introduced too much here. All right. Okay. Well, I'm Andrea Latungi. Yes, I'm a children's book author. I'm also a Spanish teacher. I know many of us here today are teachers. So I'm a Spanish teacher. I live in New Orleans, Louisiana, but I'm originally from Uruguay. So my book is Omar el Jaguar. This is the first book in a series called Nuestra Fauna that features animals that are native to our beautiful continent, the Americas. So here in Omar, you can see, of course, the jaguar, you have the sloth, you have the toucan, and the anaconda, which is so enigmatic for kids. As an author and as a teacher, one of my main goals for creating the books is to help children learn Spanish in a more contextualized and fun way. Being a teacher, I was also a department chair for an elementary school in, JK-12 school in Alexandria, Virginia. So observing teachers, getting into classrooms, I saw a lot of direct instruction, worksheet lists, vocabulary lists. And I thought, I don't think this is the most effective way to engage kids and to help them learn the language fast. So stories, I believe, is one of the most effective ways to help children learn Spanish in a more contextualized way. Also, the book comes with an educator's guide with 10 lesson plans, guiding questions, and project ideas and vocabulary cards. So today, if you buy the book, you get the educator's guide and vocabulary guide cards, which are PDF files. You get them free with the book. And they're really, really helpful. They've been a lifesaver for many teachers, especially now during the pandemic, that all of a sudden found themselves teaching online and they didn't know where to start, especially teaching elementary school kids. Also, as an author, I like to use books as conversation starters. And as a mom, I have a 5-year-old. And I think books are an amazing way to answer your kids' questions and start conversations. So here in Omar, we can talk about diversity and why it's important to embrace it. Omar meets all these friends and he thinks they're not fit to play with him because they don't look like him. So it's a very, very important message there of how we look and how we are, how our differences contribute to our enrichment. There's also an environmental message here. Omar realizes that his land is changing, something is happening. So it's a great opportunity here to address the deforestation in the Amazon forest. I use my book with my middle school students. We did amazing projects on jaguars and the Amazon forest. Also, as an I'm the illustrator of the book, and as an illustrator, I love to use books as art. So exploring the illustrations, how they're made, and the culture behind the illustrations and get into these cultures through the illustrations, I think is an amazing way to use books. And children's books, oh my God, I can't have enough children's books. I love the illustrations. And the second book in the series is literally arriving to my house on Monday. I'm expecting the truck from the printer. It's Guillo el Armadillo. And this is an amazing story. There's a million animals here that are native to our continent. We have the Nyandu, we have the pink dolphin that is so enigmatic also for little ones. There's a lot of animals. And here in Guillo, the message is it inspires kids to discover their unique talents. Guillo gets discouraged going to school and meeting these challenges that he's not able to meet. So he realizes at the end by a special event that he has a talent that makes him so unique. So you can get Omar or both books for a discount today. You see it in the link. And also you can get the Educator's Guide and vocabulary cards free with your purchase. Thank you all.
Thank you, Andrea. And we have some questions for some of our authors. Our book fair, is going to wrap up soon, but we already went through every single author who talked about their book. If you missed the first part of it, this is being recorded and it will be available on YouTube. We were going to send everyone, all of the attendees, everyone who registered, a link to this so you can rewind. But keep in mind that our discounts do expire on Sunday. And let's go through some questions from the attendees. But before, can we just all lift our books so everyone that is watching can see what book we all wrote? And can someone take a screenshot? I can. Is someone and then send it to us in the Instagram group chat. But okay, one of the questions is for what age is the Hawad book?
I would say between 3 and 6 years of age. The Spanish language here is very, very simple. Just like one sentence basically in every page. Is very, very simple. But again, I use it with my middle school students exploring the Amazon forest and the jaguar. So it depends. If you're a teacher, it depends on your creativity. There's many layers to this book. But ideally, depending again on the level of Spanish, if the kid is a native speaker, my son is 5 and he can understand the book perfectly well, but it depends on the level of Spanish. It depends on their age. But yeah, in general, to give an average, 3 to 6.
Okay, so there's 2 questions for Alexis. One attendee wants to know what age is a Pensamientos book for, and another attendee, Alexis, wants to see the inside of your book.
So the book, we originally thought it would be geared from 3 to 5, but as Andrea just said, it really, really depends on the level. I've been talking to teachers for the past month, and I have examples of teachers using it from 1st grade all the way to 5th. So it depends on the level of immersion. It depends on what you're using it for, and I guess the sort of workshop that you build upon it. So because the way it's set up is to teach colors and the name of the emotions and what the emotions teach you, you can use it at 3 from 3 to 5 to teach the colors in Spanish, but then it really builds up to the normalization of feelings, and it becomes like a building block for other sorts of conversations. So each page is dedicated to a different emotion, and it rhymes. It's only in Spanish also to promote Spanish immersion. So for example, the blue page just reads, mira tus pensamientos azules, te dan poderes que te alivian, es la tristeza que te arrulla para que tus lágrimas fluyan. So that's it.
Perfect. Someone wants to see the inside of Maritere's book. So you guys are all getting a sneak peek through this book fair. Let's see the inside of Maritere's book.
Here's the moms talking about the kids not wanting to speak Spanish. And there's Luisito in the playground with the little friends. There's mom and dad pondering why Luisito is acting this way. and they're in the class at the time. This is the time when the teacher decides to teach them some words in Spanish, so all the kids get excited about it.
Awesome.
So, thank you for asking.
I had many cases in which, you know, I had students in my class that were Hispanic and they spoke Spanish at home, but they totally refused to speak it at school or to share it with their friends. So very relevant book. Mm-hmm.
Someone wants to know, Christina, what's the name of your first book, Christina Sicar?
Let me mute myself. Yes, thank you so much for asking. My first book is called Harmony. Here's a nice promo shirt. So the name of it is Harmony. It's about a llama that I met here in Ohio. So it's based on a real llama named Harmony. Thank you.
Awesome. Glenda Juarez says, can we contact you authors to possibly present virtually for dual language teachers in a school district? We're bringing in author presentations for our students for World Read Aloud Day in February. And I would love to bring in Latina authors. So Glenda, maybe we can get your email and then we can send you,
Glenda,
right?
I would say, Glenda, send me an email and I can send you what we all do and, you know, our quotes and all of that. So send me an email, please. I'm posting my email right here, Andrea.
And same with Lolita Hate Curry. She says, I'm trying to create a virtual story time for our school community. How can I connect with authors for that? So I think if you are interested, please email Andrea. She put her email in the chat and Andrea is going to send you all of our information. So you can contact us, and most of us, I think all of us do virtual readings. So it's something that we're completely interested in, and yes, contact us.
Yeah. Also, as I said at the beginning today, I'm going to be sharing the link of this presentation. So please, if you know of any school districts, any libraries, any local bookstores that would like to see it, feel free to share, and also to share our information here in the link that I'm posting. You have our websites too. But if you're interested in visits, yeah, send me an email. I can send you, you know, all in one document, all of us and what we do. All right.
Yeah. Julia Rojas is asking how to promote your books, our books. So you can please tag us, post about our books, post in your stories, talk about, you know, the wonderful authors that you met today. We need all the support we can. Most of us are a one-woman band where we do the marketing, we do the promotion, we do the writing, we do everything. We're really doing this because we have a passion for it. And any kind of help, apoyo de nuestra comunidad is so welcome and so needed. So yeah, the more you can promote us, the better. And we would really appreciate it.
Sure.
Naiva, can I add something?
Of course.
When you get the book, take a picture of your son or daughter reading the book and send it to us and tag us, and we will repost all that as well.
Yeah, we love those. We have a question from Dia Mixon to Susanna. Susanna, would you recommend Lo que escribió en la arena for young adults? For example, I teach 12th graders advanced Spanish and wonder if it would be appropriate for them.
Dia, thank you so much for your question. Actually, yes. I mean, this book, if I may show the inside of the book a little bit, it has, I made it specially to create interest also in young adult audiences, because it has illustrations from a tattoo artist. His name is Julian Gomez. And the stories are a mix of emotions, and there's stories that talk about immigration, others that talk about mental health. It's definitely perfect for young adults. 12th graders would be ideal, and the Spanish is not a very complicated message. Some of these book stories have been awarded also in literary contests. So I would appreciate it, and I can actually honor the same discount that I'm offering for the children's book to this one as well.
Fantastic.
So it's 10:46, and we want to keep to our promise to keeping it under an hour. So Andrea, I don't know what you think we should do now.
Okay, I think we answered all of the questions. There's one more I see from Julia Rojas. How hard or easy was writing bilingual kids books? I'm smiling because
I think if any of you authors want to answer that,
yeah,
the floor is open. How easy or hard was it to write bilingual books?
To me, it's a breeze. I love it. I love it because I was in need of something like that Maritere was saying. Like I have a 21-year-old, and when she was growing up, I didn't have this. Unfortunately, she does speak Spanish very well, but the fact that bilingual books have both languages together, so that also creates a bond between parents and kids and teachers and kids, because you are reading as a family. I mean, you're not giving this book as a toy and you know what, entretente, like no me molestes. You are collaborating with them together reading, and this is good for parents that don't speak English and the kids are not very familiar with the Spanish. Then you read together, because the kid can read the English part and you read the Spanish part, the parents, and it's just wonderful. It's just learning together. So you have the English and the Spanish. In my case, I mean, I write first in Spanish, but I'm actually fluent in English enough to also write the story in English. It's very important that we also are very professional doing this. I mean, even though most of us, like Naiva and Andrea were saying, we're independent, these are books for children. So it's not taken lightly that we're just going to publish whatever comes from our minds. We go through a process of correction, grammar review, everything that is going to be in the hands of children has to be presentable and proper. So we make sure that we go through the complete protocol to publish something that is valuable for you, not only the message, but also the form.
Also, one thing that I did is after I wrote the story, I would give it to friends that had kids around the same age for their feedback, to make any changes. If something wasn't appropriate, or, the moms didn't think that it was the right way of saying it, or it would scare them, or what. So it's very important that you conduct maybe like your little focus groups with people that you know and that you trust, that can give you the good feedback for the changes that you're making.
I would agree with Maritere, because as scary as it is, anytime that you want to write something, it's so important to get so many different opinions and so many different eyes, but also don't let those opinions like bring you down and then you're questioning everything. For me to write the bilingual parts in Savannah the Sloth was definitely challenging. Puedo hablar el español muy bien, pero grammar both in English and Spanish, that's something I'm constantly working on. So again, challenging, but it's so worth it. And I hope that our work that we're doing, these bilingual books, will connect with people that know Spanish and English. And if they don't, that it's something that they're learning and that they can enjoy.
Fantastic.
And I want to say that a lot of, from our last book fair, we had a lot of authors or attendees that are aspiring authors, and I do offer free consultations. I have helped other authors. I've helped Lulu and other authors that have that dream, have that passion, but maybe are a little scared to take the next steps. I do offer free consultations. So if you want to go to my website, contodopress.com, I will be happy to talk to you about your publishing goals.
I'm posting it right now. contodopress.com. I'm posting it right now in the chat.
Okay.
To piggyback really quickly on the difficulty, also, I think for us, El Coquí was something that was fun and easy, and it was within our skill set. But Pensamientos, because of the topics that it broaches, we actually invited a co-author that is an expert in early childhood development. She has master's, like she just is so much more of an expert, right? So we wanted to make sure that if we broach this really delicate and really, really important subject, that we were doing it correctly. So it definitely depends on, I think, what you're trying to talk about.
That's so important. That's so important, Alexis, because sometimes we do want to talk about a certain subject that we do need to ask for the expert's opinion, because if you're not an expert, when you write a book, you're kind of touting yourself as an authority of that specific subject. And I think to do it responsibly, you do need to have input from, experts in that area or in that field. So that's amazing that you did that, because these books can change people's lives, and we want to make sure that they're written accurately, that they're written in a way that will definitely have a positive impact with the utmost professionalism and care. So yeah, that's so important.
I also would like to say that, it's very important for us authors to hear your feedback. So if you buy books and you love them and you're excited about them, please go to Amazon and leave us a review, put your comments, send us an email, send us a picture of your kid reading it, if we can share it. I mean, it's a great help for us to promote our books, to gain visibility, but it also gives us a lot of feedback to keep doing what we're doing. It not only inspires us, but it also teaches us what we need to modify, what we need to change. I mean, nobody does anything alone. So we need your support. And I want to thank all the presenting authors today for respecting the time. Sorry to be the police here, but but thank you so much. And thank you for sharing your stories. Thank you for sharing your backgrounds and the behind the scenes of your books. As a mom and as a teacher, as an author, I feel inspired by all of you. And it makes me want to, read all of the books and share all your books, because I think it's, again, as I said before, it's a fascinating way to start conversations with our kids. I mean, if you're a teacher here in the audience, or a parent, or if you have your kids at home right now studying with you, think about all the books that you saw today and all the different topics, all the different elements of these books, and how you can implement them in your classroom or in conversations with your kids. I've done amazing crafts and activities with kids based on my books. And I think, also when you invite authors to your class as a teacher, it humanizes the book. I share books with my students and then invited the author. And the moment the author appears on the screen, the kids go, oh my God. And they start asking you questions. How do you write a book? How do you publish a book? I want to be an author. I'm writing a book myself. And just to see that sparkle on kids, I think is very validating and very, very important. So, if you have access to that, and if you can bring us to your classroom, it will be more than honored to share your class.
I guess if anyone else has any closing remarks, we really did want to keep it to under an hour, and it's 10:54 already. So if anyone has any closing remarks, the floor is yours, and then I think we should wrap it up, right, Andrea?
Yeah, I see a lot of beautiful comments. This was wonderful. Thank you for addressing so many issues in our books for Latinos, students of color. I want to buy them all. Looking forward to your link. Thank you, congratulations. All kinds of compliments here.
Andrea, I'm sorry. Sorry to interrupt you, but you just mentioned that somebody said that they could wish they could buy all of them. And last week, right, we had an inquiry from somebody who did want to buy all of them. I'll get in touch with Andrea, and Andrea can put together a bundle just to facilitate things. Sorry.
Absolutely. And here I'm posting the link again. I'm going to email it to you today. Remember that these amazing discounts expire Sunday, 11:59 p.m. So take advantage. All right.
I think I do want to say, oh, sorry. Before we close, I think I do want to say something to anyone that, can you guys hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
Oh, okay, sorry. Before we close, I think I do want to say to anyone that, is inspired, but also wants to write something, like, I would love to close it in the sense of, like, if you see something that you want, like, you don't see out there, like, write your own story, because that story matters, right? And that's what a lot of us authors did. Like, we saw something that wasn't there and we just decided to go for it. And that's how I want to end it here. Like, if you see something, you want to write it, go ahead and write it. Start just by writing it, and then you could just figure it out along the way. And join like things like this, especially Naiva's gonna, she has her publishing company, but like, ask questions, join, so you can know more about how you can also become an author, and how you can start doing something as well like this, like leave your story behind and leave your legacy.
I wanted to say, I feel like everyone hears this all the time, but just to reiterate, a book is such a beautiful gift to give, especially with the holidays coming up. But even if you can't this holiday season, just something to keep in mind, books are timeless, and no matter the age, it's something that they can enjoy. And all these messages that these Latina authors have, they are timeless and they're very special. And we made this with so much love that I know it's something that you will enjoy in your home. So just know if you're struggling figuring out, what should I get so-and-so as a gift? Books every time.
Awesome.
That's the best way to support us.
Yes.
And books of own voices, books that celebrate our diversity from an authentic perspective, our culture, which is these types of books are lacking in traditional bookstores. And I know it because that's one of the reasons I started publishing. When I took my son to Barnes & Noble 4 years ago, my jaw dropped because I could not find books that represented my culture in an authentic way, and a diversity of books, because we are not a monolith. We're not just this or that, we're everything. It's beautiful to hear about immigration stories, Mexican stories, but we're also other things. We want to talk about our emotions. We want to talk about colors. So it's beautiful that we're writing about all these different topics, which are so important and that can resonate with our community.
Awesome. Well, with that, it's 12:58, guys. So we're going to let you go and enjoy your weekend. Thank you again for being here. Thank you for your support. Feliz Navidad. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas. And yeah, keep an eye on your email. I'm going to email you the recording and the link with the discounts. But I just posted the link here in the chat too, if you want. If you're so excited, you want to go right now and check the book.
Thank you, guys.
All right, everybody. Bye-bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Una foto, no se vayan, una foto.
Feliz Navidad. The group photo.
Sí.
Thank you, Susanna, for doing this.
1, 2, 3. Una más, just in case. Just in case Savannah cerró los ojos. Thank you, guys. I'll send it to you right now.
Thank you.
Gracias.
Gracias.
Thank you,
Adiós.
gracias.
Muchísimas
Andrea,
gracias.
Naiva, you guys are the
Adiós.
best.
Gracias.
Thank you.
Aprecio a todas. Bye bye.
Gracias, igual.
Gracias.
Gracias.